Hey, before we get to the video, I just wanted to encourage you, hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Also, down below, you're gonna see a button that says thanks. If you go there, you can help support my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, on to the video.
Well, high 30s, low 40s. Still, it's normally not a Civil War button. In the past, those have been really good, like button numbers. What did I just say? Civil War? Yeah, those aren't normally Civil War bullet numbers. All right, I feel it under here. In my hand, and it's going to be a bullet. Yeah, just weird numbers to be a bullet. And this can be a Williams cleaner, fired, and it still has the plunger in the base. I will clean that up more at home so I don't damage it too much, but let's keep going.
Hey, I am going into this area now, and just a little backstory on it, a little history from my experience. I have not covered all the ground clearly in this area here, but what I have found is pretty interesting. If you look at the tree stumps, most of the rounds, the bullets that I'm finding, you could tell were incoming bullets. They would be incoming from the Confederates because around these trees in this area, I'm really only finding them on one side, not the other, but on one side of the tree stumps. I know that that's the direction of the battle from the Union to the Confederates. So I think it's really cool that I'm finding a lot of Williams cleaner. I think that's what the Confederates were using a lot of. But I'm finding the Pritchett bullets too that the Confederates used. Both sides did, but the Confederates used a lot of Pritchett's. So just think it's interesting going into this area, finding bullets, the incoming bullets just on one side of all of these trees. So let's get to it.
So I'm getting a faint signal under this log. And then another one right there. So it's Markham. So this one's going to be here. Let me just do that. I'd say that's marked. And then this, I think I'm going to have to roll this tree out of the way. Where are we at? All right. There we go. Much better signal. And that is right here. So let's do this one first. I feel it right there. Yep. This is going to be a mini ball. And I'm wondering if this is going to be dropped. Yeah, this is 2 rings, and these rings are different. I'm going to be careful with this, because it'll just flake right off. But these have, let's see, if I'm looking at it right, these have 2 rings, and the rings are squared off. They protrude differently, and that's a way I can look it up in the book. We marked this one before we dug it. dug one right next to it, but I don't remember what the numbers were on it. Right there. Right in the mud. Now this is going to be just like the one that I dug 2 feet from it. I think this is going to be 2 rings. And this is dropped, so I should be able to identify it, get some measurements off of it. But if like a layer of crud starts flaking off when you clean these things, then it's going to affect the measurements, because you've seen this soil just eats away at this lead. But this one looks to be perfect. So I've got a signal here. Seems like a bullet. And then, well, it seemed like I had one next to it. Right here. And let me see. Yeah, I've dug other bullets like right here, so this seems to be a cluster of them. Alright, it's out. There it is. Alright, check this out. So the 2 bullets that I found here, right here in this area, both were dropped, and both were the 2-ring mini balls, or the 2-ring bullets. This looks to be the same thing. It's also dropped, and it appears to be that same 2-ring bullet. So dropped, 2 dropped right there. Interesting. And then I got another target right here behind me, so let's see if the guy dropped his belt buckle or ripped a couple buttons off. We'll see. So I can't tell yet if this is 1 or 2 targets. I see lead. I see lead. That's crazy. This is 4 right here, right in this area. This is a 4th dropped. This is going to be a 2-ring bullet. So again, with this, I'm going to just put it in my finds box and just clean it up gently at home. But yeah, so that's 4 right here, and I'm not sure if I've got another one that I'm sitting on right here. I'm going to keep swinging right around this tree. See, everything tells a story, even fired, dropped, whatever. And it's not always just the single relic, the single bullet. It's finding them where you're finding them, like clusters of them and stuff. You can just paint the picture in your head of someone being pinned down, or, you know what, a bunch of dropped bullets. I don't know. You can drop, these guys dropped bullets when they were in a panic trying to load their rifles, but also during camp life, you would find, in Confederate camps, you could find a lot of dropped bullets, carved bullets, things like that. So we'll see. I'll keep swinging right here. This is really interesting. That's 4 of these, and I'm really curious what kind of bullet that is, so we'll check it out. Okay, so we have recovered 4 dropped bullets right here, right around this fallen tree. There's one right there. Oh, wait, that's a barbed wire fence. We already dug that, but that's right there. And right there. Gosh dang, and look at that right there. This is crazy. And if they're all that same kind of 2-ring mini ball, what is the story behind all of this? All right, well, let's get to digging. Come on, where are you? Here we are. It's going to be the same thing. I'm telling you, it's going to be the same thing. It's all, dang, it's all muddy, but dang, I got stickers up my sleeve. Same thing. I'm not gonna do much to it. I'm gonna clean it up at home. So check this out. There's two signals here. Look at the Manticore. See those two beeps passing over them? Dang it. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, there's one here and one here. Right there, I think that was it. Yep, that's it. It just dropped out of the side of the... Same thing. Gonna be same thing, dropped. This is number 6. That's a nice one. Okay, and then, so we're supposed to have another one right there, too. Alright, we're going after number 7 now. Doggone it. Hold on, my lanyard came off. Ah, look at that. Isn't that cool? Frozen in time right there. It's been laying there for 160 years. That's neat. 160 years it sat there until we just plucked it out of the ground. Okay, we have dug 7 dropped bullets right around here. There it is. Looks like it came up. Now I'm assuming it's going to be the same. Dropped. This one may not have any rings on it. This may be different. Looks like I hit it with the shovel. That sucks. Yeah, that's different. I don't think this one has rings, but same story. I'm gonna be gentle with it, cleaning it at home. So this is number 8, and I think we have another signal right here. So I'll cover this and re-swing and see if we can go for 9. Yeah, so this is 8. Okay. I can feel it. There it is. Now all of them, okay, now this one I can see he's got 2 rings just like the others. The last one I pulled out, I said that it didn't have rings, and it really didn't look like it had it. It looks like a different bullet, but this is number 9. It's pretty cool. Number 9, and I think that's it, but I'm going to swing. And I'm only swinging in this one area. I haven't even, just gone 3 feet out to see what's in there. But what is the story behind all these dropped bullets? And it's not like they're dropped in a pile. They're within just this area. But all right, I'm going to put this away, fill the hole. We'll re-swing and see if we're lucky enough to get number 10. In this area. This whole thing started with a signal right underneath this tree. And we dug one, and we dug the other. Alright, so let's see. Our bullet's going to be in in this brick here of mud. Getting down to it. There it is. There it is. Plucked from the past. It's number 10. It's going to be the same thing, the 2 rings. Okay, number 11. Let's see. Huh? Looks like it came right out of the plug. And I don't know, this might be fired actually. Yeah, I think this one may be fired, not dropped. Yeah, that's different. It doesn't have the rings on it. So, nonetheless, it's number 11 right here. And I'm going to swing it. I'm going to push these branches out of the way right here. And so I could swing a little bit more. So, 11 bullets. 10 dropped. And number 11 right here in this small little area. And I think there's more. So, let's go find them. All right, I swung over this. I don't pick anything else up, but we're just talking just this area right here. I'm going to mark it on my GPS so that I can get right back to this position on another day, and then just spend time just because we found 11. I know there's more, so we can add to the 11 on a different day. But that was kind of fun. Interesting story behind it that we'll never know, where there are 10 dropped bullets kind of spread out in this one little area. So
10 dropped bullets. I say 10 dropped bullets. I could say 11, but one of them looked like it may have been fired, so I'll just say 10 dropped bullets. We found 11 right here in this spot. I don't even know what the story would have been behind that. It's not like it wasn't a bullet drop or a bullet dump where a bunch of bullets just fell on the ground. These were all dropped, but they were spread out just in a very small area. I mean, it's literally what comes to my mind. It's literally as if the soldier had a handful of these bullets and just threw them in the air and they rained down around him. That's kind of the spread that all of these had. They're all the same kind of bullet. I just don't know, because this area that I found them in, it was not only the site of fierce fighting, but this was where the troops, after the fighting was over, held this ground. And I say held the ground. The fighting was over, and they stayed here. They camped here for numerous days afterwards. So it's just not only a battleground, but it's a site of camp life. So I don't know where it falls in to that. The fighting, probably more likely the camp life part of it that followed, but just weird, just an interesting find, having all these dropped bullets found in such a cluster like this. That's why digging these bullets, digging on this property is just interesting. I've said it before, I don't get tired of digging Civil War bullets. Each one is a bucket lister for most people that metal detect. Each one is a piece of history. It's from the Civil War. I mean, that's just incredible. I've been interested in the Civil War my entire life, read books on it, as we all have. But they're just interesting pieces. Each one tells a story. I think if you take the time to take into consideration where you found it, what type it is, what condition it's in, did it hit wood, did it hit dirt, did it hit something, they all tell a story. And when you put all those pieces together, I think that the story becomes more clear. So just interesting find, and let's get back to it.